everyone, and welcome to 9 to 5 After Hours, the MCTV and Players collaboration for this year's spring musical, 9 to 5. I'm Billy Walker, and I will be your host for this 3-episode event. And over these episodes, I will be showing you the incredibly talented cast bringing the show together, as well as the set designers, stage managers, assistant directors, and even Jolene. I'm just kidding, but we have a great episode planned for you today. We will be interviewing our 3 leading ladies, Jenna Leonard, Gina Ricardo, and Olivia Bailey. Hey girls!
Hi.
How are we?
Good.
So we're doing 9 to 5, the musical, for this year's spring musical. What's it about?
All right, I got the mic, so I'll start us off. There are 3 very powerful women. Olivia's playing Judy, Jenna's playing Dorley, and I'm playing Violet. And well, I guess you guys can introduce yourselves. Sorry about that. But but yeah, it's about these 3 lead women, and they're all trying to like make it at this job, and they're all frustrated because they're all being wronged by some men in their lives, and a certain man in particular, and they're trying just to take back what's theirs and rule the day.
Girl
It's
power.
very powerful. Yeah, it's a girl power musical. It's all girl power.
Good. So, speaking of your characters, who do you all play? What are they like? If you want to go for it.
So I play Judy Burnley, who is different from a lot of characters that I have played. She is about as stable as one can be when they find out they've been cheated on by their husband. So that's where we meet her, in this super vulnerable, intimate space that she has. And she's really trying to figure out who she is. And I think that that's a story most women can appreciate, because she gave a man her everything, her heart, and he didn't appreciate it. And now she's putting her foot down. She's deciding that this is my life. I can do what I want with it. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Jenna, who do you play, Jenna?
I play Dorley Rhodes. Dorley, she's a country glamazon gal. Oh yes.
Part and play the movie, right?
Yes, she is. Big shoes to fill. But she is also the sort of number 1 secretary to our boss in the company, Franklin Hart. And she's, given like her looks and given her personality, the rest of the girls in the office misunderstand her a lot. And they just see her as this one-dimensional character, and there's a lot of rumors going on about her, and she just wants to be a part of it. She just wants to people to see her for who she really is, and she has herself a lot of insecurities and a lot of battles that she has to go through day by day, and we get to meet her and see her come into her own a lot throughout the musical as well.
Oh, love that. So Gina, who do you play now?
Sorry, I kind of introduced everyone before.
Yes.
Well, I'm playing Violet Newstead, and she is a single mother, and she has a son, and she has been working at Consolidated, the name of our office, for like 15 years, and she's losing her mind because she wants to get this promotion so bad because she's been working her butt off, and yeah, she just like she like dreams of making it to the top but never thinks she can, because of just how like gender roles are at the time, because it takes place in like the late 70s, and
so a period piece, some would say.
Yeah,
a period
there's gonna be
piece.
great costumes. So
Really? Oh, I'm excited for the costumes.
that's like one of the main things I'm excited for. Honestly, it's kind of bad, but yeah, Violet's just she's just like trying really hard to like not let things get the best of her when it comes to how she's getting treated at work, but that's also a good thing because she's standing up for herself. So she rocks. She's like a cool old mom. And like I feel like I'm like
cool
typecast because I was like
cool
in
mom.
Cabaret I played like an older woman and stuff, so I'm just
Right,
like,
and that's the musical we did last year, right?
yeah.
Beautiful.
Cabaret spring
That was a really good
2022.
one.
That was fun.
I think 9 to 5 will be just as good though.
Yeah,
So
it's
to
gonna
think
be
that.
good because it's gonna be on a bigger stage too, which
That's
is
true.
exciting.
Vivian Smith this year. I'm excited about it. It worked for Cabaret to be in the box.
It did.
But I'm ready for a show in Smith again.
Yeah, it's been what, 4 years?
Like a while. It's been a while. Now, of course, a great part about putting a show together is rehearsals. So, do you have like a favorite memory from rehearsals yet, or like want to speak about like what rehearsals are like?
So I know that everyone has had a different director in the past couple of years.
Yeah,
and
we just got a new
you
director.
know, there's a new director, and it's my first time with him, and I know that everyone else is getting used to it. And so I think it's just like a weird thing to be put into this perspective of everyone deciding like, how they feel about new directors, how everything's going around, and me, who's just like, oh, I've never experienced anything other than this. But I think we're all finding a lot of comfort because the show is amazing. And, you know, Will, we have our choreographer, Mark. They're both awesome. And, you know, we all help each other to make these really comfortable and fun spaces. So I think one of my favorite moments is in one of our songs. There's a lot of times where Dorley and Judy sing together because you know they're both in like the soprano range, and we have this one line that's "Tide's gonna turn," and we sing it at the same time, and it seems like we as well as everyone else loves it. It's just like that's like one thing that I wait for. I just wait for it every single time, and then like we'll sing it, and then I hear like somebody else in the back who's like "Tide's gonna turn."
It's usually CJ.
I know it is CJ.
CJ.
Yeah, but I love that. It's my favorite. Yeah.
Beautiful. Is that like the inside joke this year?
It's one of them. We were debating maybe
what's the other
starting
one?
like a quote list of quotes.
Oh my god, you should.
Just to like read them because I think that'd be so funny. Like all the out of pocket things that people would say. Like it's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do either of you have a favorite?
I have one.
Okay.
I have a funny quote actually from when we were doing one of the scenes that Luisi plays Frank Hart. We were doing, and Will was working with him to help build character, and he was saying, "Oh, find a spirit animal for him during this scene," right? And then he was like, and we're like, you know, like a tiger or a jaguar, and he's like, "Eagle," and we're like,
all right.
And then Nick turns and he looks at me, he goes, "And he's a proud American." We're like, wow, incredible. But besides that, I would say my favorite rehearsal memory so far was a recent rehearsal. We had a vocal rehearsal, the three of us, and the rest of the ensemble too. We were singing one of our songs, "I Just Might," and we just kept, even after the rehearsal was going, we kept Andy, our musical director, afterwards. We were like, "What if we just sang it again? What if we just sang it again like this? Let's try slowing down this part and seeing how it feels." And we were just having the most fun. We're like recording it like on our phones, and it was so much fun. I just can't wait to see like that number come together, and obviously the whole show. But that one was really fun.
But my next question is, obviously the three of you are leads in 9 to 5. So what should be hard? Being a lead can be very hard sometimes. Like lines, songs, dancing, like blocking. So how do you all like memorize it? Like I know everyone has like little like techniques. Like when I do shows, like I have my little things. So, like what do you guys do?
I can start. I forget. I think RJ, who's also in the comm department, he told me, he was like, just make flashcards of your lines, and that'll make it a lot easier. And I was like, oh, that's like genius. And Matt, who was in Enemy of the People last semester, he had like 8 bajillion lines, like same with you when you played Peter. Like you guys were the leads, and he had a stack of note cards like this thick. And I'm pretty blessed because mine's only like this big for 9 to 5, which like seems like a lot, but like I'm flying through it because I'm breaking it down. So that's how I've been doing it. I like see how much time I have until we do the run through, because we don't really have an off book date. So I like was just like, when we run it will be my personal off book date. Right. So I like calculated it, and all I had to do was a scene a day, and it's been like running really well. So that's like how I've been doing it. And then the songs, I just like hope for the best. I don't even like, I'm just those are beautiful. Unreliable.
I know you've done theater a lot, so like
I've been doing theater forever, which is funny because my way of learning lines is so just like so basic. I literally take my libretto out, I read a line, and thankfully I did play Peter Stockman in An Enemy of the People, which was so time consuming. And Judy, she has a lot of lines, but they're mostly just like one sentence lines, so it's not heavy paragraphs like I had. So I just take my libretto out, I read a line, I read it like 20 times, and then I just like look at the ceiling and I like see if I can I cover it, I look at the ceiling and I say my line. I'll be like, "Oh, Judy Burnley, nice to meet you. This is a big day for me." And I'm like, and I look at it and I'm like, "Oh my God, amazing." Wow. I'm like, "Amazing, you got it." And then I just do that. I do it all in one go. And then I'll ask like my friend or my roommate to help me or whatever. As far as songs and blocking though, that's pretty, for me, that's like the first thing I memorize. Like takes me so little time to, and songs I can go through it once and just know what I'm doing. And blocking I think is just like self-explanatory, and a lot of the times since Will does give us a lot of creative freedom. If we're making actor choices, then it's like, oh, I already felt like I needed to do this.
Right.
And so once we solidify those things, it's just muscle memory. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. When I do shows, it's just like you do it and you're like, it's in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, what about you, Jenna?
For mine, it's a lot of the same with the looking up and the covering. I've definitely had my fair share of that. And for me, I just go through it over and over again. Like like for my character, like she has an accent. She has like the Texan, like Western accent, right? So I would do it like, okay, I'll do it like I'll read it over this time, and then I'll do it like regular, and just like then I'll think about the emotion and I'll cover it and I'll do it, and then I'll try the accent and I'll cover it and I'll do it.
Can you hear the accent?
So maybe a little something later, I don't know. but so that's mostly for me. And as for music, I just keep listening to it over and over and over again. Like if I have my earbuds in walking home, it's like I'm listening to 9 to 5 probably. Just over and over and over. That's basically it for me.
So like obviously this is a lot. Like that's a lot to like dedicate yourself, rehearsals, how do you memorize it? It's a lot of effort. So like what drew you to it? Like what drew you to performing? Like even because it's such a long process, but we all love it. Like for many different ways. So like why do you love it?
Oh my gosh. I've been performing for a long time now. Ever since I was like elementary school, I was in like choirs, and then and I got that from my sister. And then when my sister started doing like musicals in middle school, she was like the Napkin in Beauty and the Beast. I was like, I want to do that. I was like, I will be the next Napkin. No, and then the rest of it was kind of history. And then I started doing like theater in like my school and like community theaters growing up, and I just love. I mean, there's really nothing like going into like a show, like deep diving into a show, into the times, into the circumstances around, into the characters, the music, and then I mean the rehearsal process, discovering character, discovering how you are in the character. There's really nothing, and then opening night. I mean, like literally nothing compares to like the electric feeling, and everyone's just in it together, and it's just a huge community just to make this one little thing, this one art piece. It's just like gorgeous and beautiful to me. That's why I love it.
All right.
I'm kind of in the same boat with how long I've been performing, and I come from a very musical family. So that was definitely influenced. I know like I think Barbra Streisand and Into the Woods were the first times I like really got into music. My grandma, Barbra Streisand was my first word. My first 2 words.
Berry.
Yeah. Oh my god. But my grandma used to play them for me all the time, and so I was like, oh my god, I want to do this. And then I would do like little performances in my room, and I don't know, like kids have this wild imagination, so I would literally feel like goosebumps because I was like, this is real. I am performing. This is what I want to do. So there's nothing better than when you're on stage and something finally comes together, and there's also this just like unspoken agreement that all your problems leave when you get on stage. Usually you're bonding over this one thing that you really want to make good, and I love that so much. And and I see myself performing for forever.
Love that. What about you, Gina?
I'm like a little different from you guys, where I didn't really grow up doing musical theater. I just grew up like I was like playing guitar and singing at like talent shows at my elementary school and middle school and stuff. Like I wasn't like a theater kid growing up. I did it in middle school, but I was the Napkin in Beauty and the Beast. Like I was the pepper shaker, but I'm saying like I was always ensemble, and I loved it. It was fun, but like in my high school, it was like 2 completely different worlds of like the leads and the ensemble because they didn't talk to each other. And then when I came here, I got my first like big part last year with Cabaret, and then when I got Violet, I literally cried. And so like I do it because like it's like you feel it's like the energy you feel on stage is insane, and you feel like a superhuman, and like just like it's also really rewarding, like knowing that you're capable of doing all that. You're capable of like memorizing everything and capable of getting up in front of like a bunch of people, because like in Smith it's going to be like a couple hundred or something like that they're going to have like set up seats. So it's just like it's really rewarding, and it also just like feels amazing. So I'm really happy that because I almost didn't do it, and we had like COVID freshman year, so the play got canceled, and then sophomore year I wasn't even aware. And then I was like, you know what, like what's players? I was like, let me look into that my junior year. So
Beautiful. So I know something I'm excited about for this show is that the music and lyrics were written by Dolly Parton. Well, I guess a touching song that I know from the show is Get Out, Stay Out. And that is a good song.
Yeah.
And I believe, Olivia, you sing that song, correct?
I do sing that. So I don't want to give too much away, but this is one of the songs where Judy really figures out who she wants to be and who she's meant to be.
Okay.
She's finding that resilient woman inside of her who can do whatever she wants. And she's sticking it to the man, I guess you could say. Yeah.
Well, Will already told me that we're going to have you sing that song.
Oh, wow.
Because I love that song, and I want to hear it.
Perfect.
So here is Olivia Bailey singing Get Out, Stay Out.
I never thought I'd be the one to say goodbye. You get out and stay out and taking back my life. Dreams and plans are in making. Success is out there for the taking. Wish it was as simple as it sounds. I have no choice, I have to do it. Face the future, walk into it. Now that I'm unfettered and unbound, get out and stay out. I finally had enough. Don't kiss me on your way out. It wouldn't move me much. You used me, abused me. You cheated and you lied. So get out and stay out. I'm taking back my life. My life.
Well, that was really good.
Thank you.
I love that song. Ugh, you kill it. I love that song. And if that's one song from it, I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs, definitely. Yeah.
So, last question. In one word, describe the entire show.
Dolly. Yeah.
Dolly? Dolly, that's it. That's all. Well, thank you guys for coming today. This was a lot of fun, and I hope a lot of new people are going to come see our show. But thank you guys, and I can't wait to see how the rest of it goes along and like coming to rehearsals and everything. So I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you so much for watching today. In the next episode, we will be joined by those working on the production team and tech for this show. And don't forget to see 9 to 5 the musical from April 21st to 23rd.